When God called you, he did not make a mistake. When God called you, he did not guess. He knew what he was doing. And that's why Matthew 17 verse 14, it is a word that really speaks to my life. And this was the time when Christ had called his disciples and he had told them to go out there and perform miracles. But unfortunately, they could not. And that's why when they came back and they could not cast out a demon, they had to call Christ separately or privately, as the Bible illustrates, because it was shameful. How do you say that you walk with Christ and yet you could not cast out a demon? And Christ goes on and tells them, "O ye of little faith, for how long will I be with you?" Some of these things cannot happen without fasting and praying. But number one, what did he mention? Faith. O ye of little faith. So that meant the disciples did not even believe in themselves. When Christ sent them out there, he did not send them to embarrass them, because he knew what they carried in them. He knew how powerful they were. But the disciples, yes, they were walking with Christ, but they did not even know what they carried. Christ looked at them differently. He knew these people, they are powerful. But the disciples did not see that. They just saw themselves as disciples. But Christ saw something beyond just being disciples. And that goes to us. When God appointed you for that particular task in the kingdom, he knew that you were able to perform as illustrated. He knew whatever you carried is great. But what do? Do we even believe in ourselves? We don't. Yes, we confess with our mouths that we are saved. Yes, we are confessing that we love Christ. Yes, we say we are born again. But deep down, you can never lie to yourself. You are just saying, let me just say it for the sake of saying. And that's why the signs and wonders are not following us. But when God called you, he knew what you can do. He knew how powerful you are. But why is it that we are not walking in the signs and wonders of Christ in our lives? The first question, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that God called you for a reason? And that's why when you stand, you have to stand with confidence. Why? Because he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. But many are the times whereby we doubt ourselves. Yes, we preach the gospel, but deep down in our hearts, we are not confident enough. And today it is a wake-up call to us that when God called you, he did not call you to embarrass you. No, he called you because he knew what is in you is great. He knew that you could impact this life. He knew that you could impact the world. That's why he called you. So it is a wake-up call. Do we believe that he who is in us is greater? Or are we just walking with Christ, just carrying the name, but we do not believe? Because if we do not believe what we carry can impact life, it cannot. That's why Christ mentioned this to the disciples, that ye of little faith. So today it is a wake-up call to us to have a meeting with ourselves and ask ourselves, why is that we are not impactful the way we are supposed to be? Do you believe in ourselves? Many of us, we doubt ourselves because maybe we are waiting for validation. Maybe we are waiting, we are comparing ourselves. Stop it. We can never be the same. We are different and unique. And that's how God created all of us, so that we can impact this life in different areas. So I am here to remind you, in case you forgot, that there is something greater in you. If only you can start believing in yourself. Christ, when he called you, he knew that you are powerful. He knew that whatever he has deposited in you is great. So it is a wake-up call for you. Stand up and start doing whatever God mandates you to do.